Albert went on to explain that sometimes ETs live among us, undetected. And to demonstrate this point, he took me to the University of Oxford in England. We touched down near John Radcliffe Hospital in Oxford and waited near the front door. Soon I noticed a pert, neatly dressed lady in her 50s leaving the entrance with a brown paper bag in her hand before settling down on a bench in the shade to enjoy her lunch. Albert said this lady was a professor in the medical school teaching classes in neuroscience. He said she was not a human, but a member of an ET race many light years from Earth. She had been planted here 9 years before, disguised as a human, and her human name was Amanda. Her ET race had been visiting and monitoring life on Earth for many years, and they often created human disguises to allow them to live among us without being detected. This allowed them to closely monitor human behavior patterns so they could better understand how we functioned. Then Albert waved his hand over Amanda, and her human facade slowly disappeared, allowing us to see her natural state. She was a blue humanoid creature with a large bald head and shining black eyes. She had arms and legs similar to humans, except she had 5 fingers and a thumb on each hand. She looked to be around 6 feet tall. She wore a silver metallic jumpsuit that glittered in the sunlight. As soon as she was revealed to us, she smiled and spoke to us by telepathy. She said her race has very advanced technology that is light years beyond human technology. They have been traveling among the stars for thousands of years and have learned how to create realistic 3D holographic projections that allow them to masquerade as anything they choose. She said she had a small holographic projector implanted in her chest that she controlled with her thoughts. When humans see her as Amanda, they're actually viewing her very lifelike human disguise, an illusion complete with all of the physical attributes of a Homo sapien. Her disguise was so sophisticated that no human could detect her true identity. She said that living among humans allows them to get an intimate perspective on what makes us tick, so they can understand what motivates humans and what triggers their negative emotions. Toxic emotions like fear, anger, and hate are endemic to humans on Earth, and they are trying to determine the cause so they can find a way to suppress these feelings. They are doing this to help our civilization curb its abusive behavior before we end up destroying ourselves. This is why she teaches at the medical school in Oxford, because it allows her to explore the workings of the human brain as part of her research without raising suspicions from the other staff. She advised that there are many others from her race who are engaged in similar activities throughout our planet, and she sincerely hoped that they would find a solution for us before it is too late. She then morphed back into her Amanda disguise and returned to the hospital. And then to reinforce the point that ETs have been affecting us in subtle ways during the history of our planet, Albert took me to the Akashic Records, which contain the records of every life that has ever been lived anywhere in the universe. And there I got to view scenes from my previous lives where I had a close encounter with an ET.